With lockdown seeming like it has been going on forever, we at TalkSource have been binge watching our favourite movies and decided to work out the top 10 films with the most on-screen deaths in. If for some reason you haven't heard of the Avengers, they start off our list with the billion-dollar blockbuster made back in 2012. Between the Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America 4 and many more, they racked up a grand total of 1,019 on-screen deaths. Crazy for a gang of superheroes supposed to save lives.
I'm listening.
At 9 we travel back to 1995 with the Mel Gibson classic Braveheart and the life of William Wallace. The film was based on the late 13th century warrior leading the Scots in the First War of Independence. With multiple battle scenes in the film, the Scots managed to accrue a total of 1,297 on-screen deaths and managed to become the film with the highest amount of on-screen deaths before the turn of the century. At 8, you might realise that there are a lot of movies adapted from books written by J.R.R. Tolkien in this list. But rather than the epic Lord of the Rings trilogy, number 8 is The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, made in 2014. The final part of Peter Jackson's three-part adaptation based on The Hobbit managed to rack up 1,741 on-screen deaths. At 7, following on from the hit Matrix Reloaded, we have Matrix Revolutions, the third installment in the film franchise. Neo and co managed to rack up a total of 1,647 on-screen deaths, the most of the trilogy. Into the top 5. 300 Rise of an Empire. The 2014 film is a sequel to 300, with the film taking place before, during and after the main events of that film, and is loosely based on the battles of Artemisum and the Battle of Salamis. In these battles we see a total of 2,234 on-screen deaths, making it number 5 in our list. At 4, we have yet another J.R.R. Tolkien adaptation and the finale to the epic trilogy, Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. Being the finale to the trilogy, it would only make sense for the film to have the most amount of on-screen deaths of all of the novels. With the battle outside the gates of Mordor and the Battle of Minas Tirith, this film accumulated a total of 2,798 on-screen deaths. Into the top 3, at 3 we have The Sum of All Fears. Featuring Ben Affleck and Morgan Freeman, the 2002 classic racks up a total of 2,922 on-screen deaths, helped of course by the fact a nuclear bomb explodes at the end of the film. At 2, the story of Dracula has been told countless times in the past, but none quite so violent as Dracula Untold in 2014. The story focused on action rather than horror, and because of that, comes in with a whopping 5,687 on-screen deaths. And taking the number 1 spot this week, we have Guardians of the Galaxy. Back in 2014, Marvel releases blockbuster starring Bradley Cooper, Chris Pratt, Vin Diesel and even Batista from WWE, and they needed some action to match. Well, Marvel delivered, with Guardians of the Galaxy bringing in a total of 83,871 on-screen kills and making it by far the film with the most on-screen deaths. And that's all folks, that's enough deaths in films for me. Tell me anything you think deserves to be in the list, like and subscribe, peace.